Naina Lal Kitwai, President FICCI and Country Head HSBC. My question really is on GST, and I was very much there at the FICCI event that you alluded to, where Mr. Sushil Modi, in fact, spent pretty much the entire day with industry on GST. And he was very complimentary of you, sir. On a number of occasions, he believed that you had really moved the needle on this. My question is on the IT infrastructure for GST. And do you believe that we are ready to put it in place in the time frame you've described? Because we would all like to believe your 70% chance in the next 13 months to see GST is indeed what will be a reality.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, let's take it in the reverse order, because I spoke about GST. The GSTN, that is the GST network, is being built. We have chosen a chief executive. I think he's assumed office. That network is being built. In fact, that is silent work that is going on in anticipation of the GST coming into force. So I don't think the GST network will be a bottleneck. That will be built. It is being built. On the question about investment in infrastructure, the figure that I mentioned, the figure that is mentioned in the plan document is $1 trillion. And we expect that 47% of the $1 trillion will come from the private sector. That's not unachievable. If you go back to the previous two plan periods, we're talking about $1 trillion in the period 2012 to 2017. If you go back 5 years and then the previous 5 years, I don't have the figures with me, but I'm speaking from memory, the private sector's contribution was, I think, 28% in the previous plan and then 38% in the next plan. We want to go to 47%. I think it's possible to achieve 47% private investment out of the $1 trillion. There is enough money within the country. There are many private business houses which are cash rich, sitting on piles of cash. And we think there is enough liquidity in the world. And if the investment climate is created in India, there's no reason why FDI and other forms of investment cannot flow into India. All that we need to do is to create opportunities for investment in India, which is one of the reasons why we are reviewing the FDI caps, FDI limits in different sectors, including defense. My colleague, the Minister of Commerce, has spoken in public that he thinks that the FDI in defense also should be raised. A committee is looking into the FDI caps. These caps were imposed at different times in different contexts, and I think 22 years is a good point of time when we review these caps. If the cap continues to serve a purpose, we will continue with the cap. But if the cap no longer serves a purpose, we should either relax the cap or remove the cap. I think it's doable, but it requires hard work, perseverance, communication. We'll do all that, and we'll try to achieve this 47% goal that we have set for ourselves to invite the private sector into infrastructure. On the question about merit-based democracy, you please tell your son I can encourage him or discourage him to join politics depending upon which political party he chooses. What is merit-based? Ultimately, every political representative in India must be elected by the people. Merit is not decided in a conference room in the Taj Palace Hotel. Merit is decided on the stumps out there. Merit is decided by 1.2 million voters in my constituency. Merit is decided in 545 such constituencies all over the country. Decided by people belonging to different religions, different castes, which is peculiar to India, different linguistic groups, different histories, different memories. I have to accept Parliament as the people of India elect them. In UPA 1, they gave the Congress party 145 seats. When we went back to the people in 2009, most sections of the media, and I suspect many among you, thought that we will not be re-elected. Well, that has been the history of this country since at least 1989. No government is re-elected. But in fact, we came back with 206 seats, an addition of 61 seats. Actually, the Congress party is stronger in UPA 2 than in UPA 1. But we seem to have done better in UPA 1 than in UPA 2. That is because of the configuration of Parliament. Even today, while I respect the role of smaller political parties, we engage them, we want to carry them, we recognize that the regional parties have their own views, ideology and outlook. If the principal opposition party is willing to work with us, much of what I have outlined can be done. If the principal opposition party is sitting where I am sitting today, they would say the same thing, they would do the same thing. And if the Congress party, which would be the opposition party, then does not cooperate, today's principal opposition party also cannot get anything done. I think it's important that, given the plurality of our politics, given the need and the justification to carry regional political parties together, it is important that the two principal political parties of India work together and keep a number of issues bipartisan, especially economic issues. My appeal is, while you engage the ruling party, you should also engage the principal political party of the day. Just as you invite me here to speak, I hope, I don't know, you should have invited one of the leaders of the opposition to speak and asked them, suppose you were sitting in the finance minister's chair, what would you do? I am willing to speak my mind openly and frankly. This is what I will do, this is what my government will do. And I think they should be asked to say what they will do if they were sitting in the Prime Minister's chair or the Finance Minister's chair.